Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever I'm finding you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whichever you celebrate. If you do, if you don't, good day. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to an Am I the Asshole post. This one is just like the last video. I open Reddit and this one hits me in the face like a car speeding down the road, and I'm just gonna jump right into it because this is insane. This story comes from the Two Hot Takes subreddit, which is a very good place for all of your stories, and it is kind of on theme with the whole Christmas idea. I was hoping to do a Christmas themed video, but this one's just going to take over. It is a listener write-in for the Two Hot Takes YouTube channel, which you should definitely check out if you want more of these types of videos. The title reads, Am I the a-hole for cancelling Christmas with my ex because he asked me to be okay with his friends sexually harassing me? There will be a trigger warning on this type of video because it is, talking about sexual harassment. So take this video with caution, and it's okay if you don't want to listen to this video. My ex of 8 years on and off recently had to move back home to Nebraska. We had broken up and hadn't spoke to each other for a year already, and I was feeling good. Mid-October he reached out to me to say goodbye because he had left the state for good, and he had a long list of reasons why he left. Most of them was him blaming other people for what happened in his life, including his mum being mean to him and kicking him out. His most recent ex-girlfriend had turned him into a crazy stalker. No, had turned into a crazy stalker, and he wasn't getting any work for whatever reason, and of course it was someone else's fault. Quick side note, if someone says they have a crazy ex, question why. Question why the ex is crazy. Did they make the ex crazy? Or did they do something that triggered this crazy behavior, or are they just lying? Of course, there are some times where exes can be absolutely insane. I have an ex who did stalk me just because he is insane. We're not going to get into that because, no one cares, but some people are just insane, full stop. Anyway, he apologized for a lot of shitty things he had done while we were together. He said he knew that messed everything up and he loved me and my daughter a lot. Okay, there is a kid involved, which makes things a bit worse. Well, that led to us texting every day again, and he mentioned he wanted to book a flight out to spend Christmas with us this year, and I agreed. And my daughter and I have been very excited to see him again. With a relationship where you keep breaking up, just cut it off. Cold turkey, cut it off, get rid of him. If you're constantly on and off, that's not a relationship. That's someone who just wants to fuck you. And if you've got a kid, don't expose your child to someone who is going to be an absent father figure. Don't let your kids see that as normal. He's supposed to arrive on Christmas Eve and stay until the day after New Year's, but he said something yesterday on text that has me wanting to change my mind and just block his ass again entirely. I mean, you can just block his ass anyway, you don't need a reason to. During our 8 years together, we had broken up many times, including once after getting engaged and announcing it to friends and family. Okay, so a time where you're supposed to be one of the happiest times, and you've broken up. Okay, it must have been really shitty. Some of his friends from back home added me on Facebook, and after we had called it off, one of his friends who is significantly older, gross, started messaging me, being a total pervert, saying some really degrading, creepy things, and sending me my own pictures zoomed in on my chest and other parts on my body, and commenting disgusting things. Okay, that's really disgusting. So he has photoshopped zoomed in pictures of your body. Gross. I had told my ex about it at the time, but what was there really to do but block him? I mean, if your ex really cared about you, he would have gotten rid of that friend. Fast forward to now, and he mentions he's been hanging out with him again, and I reminded him of what that guy did to me years ago, and he didn't want to make a big deal of it until I very clearly said that if he's talking to him while still talking to me, then it is a big deal because it's weird that he's okay with being friends with someone who sexually harassed me. His writing is a little bit like it's okay. It just proves that it's not AI with it being messed up and that. So I'm just trying to fill in like the missing words with what I'd assume would be there. He said he understood and reassured me that he would never want to disrespect me and my feelings. He's done that multiple times if he's broken up with you multiple times. And he said he was going to bring it up to him the next time he saw him, which he later told me he did, but that he laughed it off. Again, bringing it up to the person who did the issue or the crime, what's that gonna do? People can lie. And plus, what's he gonna do? Be like, yeah, cool. Like, it's not going to do anything. People need consequences for their actions. So he was going to talk to him privately about it whenever he saw him next, but then never mentioned him again until yesterday. So it's been over a month. Nothing has been said about this man. I'm assuming he hasn't seen him, which makes me feel like he took what I said seriously, and I felt heard and respected. We had been texting every day and everything was going well, and we had planned Christmas together. Then he mentions a hobby I know they both share, so I asked if he had seen his friend there, and he said yes, he had been seeing him a lot. Then he unsent that message and sent yeah in its place when I had already seen it. The fact that he unsent the message knows that he knows he fucked up. I asked him if he had brought it up with him again since he's been hanging out with him, and what he had said in response. Get this, he told me. He is an old truck driver, and he's dying, cut him some slack. Oh, okay, I suppose everybody who's at this is me being sarcastic, by the way, I don't mean this whatsoever, but I suppose everybody who's ever sexually assaulted should be cut some slack because we're all going to die eventually. We're all dying very slowly. We all could get hit by a truck tomorrow. I feel so disrespected, as you should. Like, I feel disrespected for you, and I feel really angry. He knows that I have a history of SA and DV from when I was a teenager and also with an ex-boyfriend from my 20s. So it really does hurt me that he's okay with being friends with a guy that harasses women the way he did, and especially that he's okay with it happening to me. He doesn't respect me, and he doesn't respect women in general. Why are you exposing your child to this? You getting back with this guy is exposing your child to this behavior as normal. You have a daughter, okay? If you had a son, you'd be teaching your son that it's okay to treat women like this. But you have a daughter, so you're allowing your daughter to eventually become a victim by teaching her that it's okay for you as a woman to be treated this way, which is wrong. I'm not blaming OP, by the way. This is my advice to OP. Show your daughter that this is wrong by taking the high ground and ending it with this man. Do not let your daughter see this as normal. Like anybody in this situation, do not let a child see this as normal. Let this be a learning curve. And if a kid is like, oh, where's this father figure? Tell her the truth. Kids are not silly. Kids can be strong. And you don't need to protect them from everything. They will grow up into an adult one day. Tell her the truth that he did nasty things and that's not okay, so you got rid of him. And that will teach your child to grow up and get rid of nasty people. I'm not a parent, so maybe I'm doing this wrong, but that is probably one of the best things you can do. I do have younger siblings, and what I would do to my younger siblings is tell them to drop negative people. I've dropped negative people because I want to be a good example to my younger siblings. Continuing, he doesn't respect women. It made me feel sick to my stomach. I pulled back all of my emotions, and while he has continued to text me numerous times, I've barely responded. Am I overreacting for wanting to cancel Christmas with him, or am I in the right? You should have cancelled already, OP. Update. I told him I didn't want to see him for Christmas and then he went off. I tried to focus on just staying calm and communicating clearly in hopes he would act normally and try to understand and fix the problem. But nope, same old BS. I will post the screenshots below and tell me if I handled this the right way or not, please, because I'm really trying to have respect for myself and not fight, but I'm trying to resolve and he's just so mean, I don't know anymore. Okay, again, OP is a little bit iffy with her grammar, so I'm trying to like fill in the blanks. Again, okay, proves it's not AI. I'll get into the screenshots in a sec. God, imagine being led on by a guy called Brian. Sorry to all the Brians out there. Nothing wrong with it, with that name, but Jesus, you can see the guy's picture in the icon. Imagine a guy like that treating you like this and you being okay with it. I hope I made sense earlier with my little ramble. Don't expose your children to this behavior, and don't let them think for a second that it's normal. The screenshots. I'm not sure we should see each other on Christmas anymore. Wow, what happened? I feel extremely disrespected that you would tell me to cut him some slack and just be okay with some man sexually harassing me. I think it's weird that you're okay being around someone who has done that, like it's no big thing. I wish I could show you the thing he had said. It was gross, and the way he laughed about it made me feel sick. I have been non-consensually, I'm not going to say the word because, a lot of people don't like hearing the word. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can feel his eye roll through that text. Almost like he doesn't care, or almost like he would 100% do it to someone. Like, I'm not gonna, be around the bush, he would do that to someone based on that reaction. I've been abused by men, physically and verbally. If you want to ruin another holiday because you couldn't block someone on Facebook, so be it. Okay, so victim blaming, that's all I can say, victim blaming. My holiday won't be ruined. Selfish. Girl, what is selfish, Mr. Brian, with a Y, is thinking that victim blaming, gaslighting, and being besties with someone who is very clearly a molester is like cute. You don't have any respect for me at all, do you? I thought you were cool, but you really don't care at all. Fucking seriously? This makes me really sad. I thought we were friends. OP, this is not me being rude. I have a lot of fear for you and your child and a lot of respect for you, but stop being a victim. Block this man, okay? Like, cause I'm looking at the sad emoji. Stop being a victim. This man is disgusting. I thought we were friends. No, he was never your friend. He reaches out when he wants sex. He doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about your daughter. Break up with him. The end. Block him. And if he comes to your door, call the police. Because this is not respect in any way. Like, you don't even need to ask the question. He never answered it in the first place. Clearly doesn't respect you. I bought a plane ticket to see your daughter. You're gonna fuck it up because of some old messages. You felt like making this another self-victimizing mess. You're an asshole. You can't self-victimize if you are a victim. It's not about him. Seriously, your victim drama is BS. It's not victim drama. Sorry that you're friends with a rapist. It's just about what you're telling me to just be okay with it. Don't rage out on me. I'm not doing that to you. Selfish BS. Yet another word. See, you don't even respect me enough to actually listen to what I'm saying to you. No, I don't. I'm pissed. You're going in circles with this man-child. I'm not even coming from anger. I am communicating clearly and calmly. And that we won't see each other on Christmas because of Kevin. Okay, the guy's name is Kevin. Clock that, chat. Because we ride at dawn. It's not because of him. Then what? It's because of what you said. I didn't do anything wrong. This is so effed up. What you said was really offensive. I'm telling you, I'm offended by it. Right, you're always so offended over something stupid. Having liberal victim BS. Thanks, dude. Oh. Hey, chat. It's the liberal agenda to not want to be molested by random strangers. It's so liberal to have consent. Whoa. The left people want to normalize consent. Oh no. If you can't control your emotions and can't communicate and self-reflect and try to reconcile the issue, then that's on you. I'm doing my part. Don't rage at me anymore or I will block you again. Do it. Just block him. Right, you should. Since I just cut him some slack, you're offended. You told me to cut him some slack. You are asking me to be okay with being sexually harassed. OMG, just block the messages and ignore. And that answer is always going to be no. You can't really ignore something as big as sexual harassment, but you can block the guy who is harassing you. And you can also block this guy. Because what is this guy offering you apart from no hairline? Like, he's offering you absolutely nothing here. Maybe some light that reflects off his, dome, but that's it. You can just buy a brighter bulb. I didn't see the messages, and I don't give a shit about you being victimized through messages. God, I'll slap a bitch. I'm supposed to stick up for you over something I didn't see and happened who knows how long ago. And then you're asking me to be okay with being sexually harassed. OP replied to that with, "This is the problem." I don't like this at all. This is making me angry. Just because he didn't see it, he's saying it didn't happen. And he's also doubling down by saying it happened that long ago that he doesn't care. It's not worth having you around. How long ago did this even happen? Can't you just ignore messages like that? If you were my friend and really cared about me the way you act like you do, then yes. It's not that some people usually have to even ask of their friends. It's not something people have to ask of their friends. I'm supposed to fuck up my social circle because of some bitch in California that thinks I need to defend her when she's offended. Okay, baby girl, you want to stay friends with someone who sexually harasses women for fun? That means you're okay with it. That means you see no issue with sexual harassment, which could also mean that you sexually harass. OP, this isn't cute. You should just block this man. He is fucking disgusting. His disgusting thoughts are showing on his face. His anger has clearly receded his hairline all the way back to his home country. You do not deserve to be treated like this. And if your daughter sees this, what's she gonna think? Remove this man from your life. He is disgusting, he is vile, he is sick, he is twisted. He is most likely also sexually harassing women for fun. It looks like it's his pastime. His favorite pastime is degrading women, and you just so happen to be one of the women who he's degrading, which is not on. Have some self-respect and get rid of this man. This is like me giving like tough love, by the way, because it's all fine and dandy being like, oh no, OP, my delicate flower, let me protect you. No, OP, ball your hand into a fist, slap that disgusting caterpillar off of his top lip, and move on, okay? You don't need people like that in your life. People who are going to defend sexual harassers and rapists do not deserve a breath in their direction. Like, I bet you are drop dead gorgeous. Why did you stoop yourself to this man's level? Honestly, he doesn't deserve to be in your presence. And this goes out to anybody, any person who would even think about defending a rapist, a molester, anyone who sexually harasses. Drop him. You don't need that energy in your life. You don't need that bullshit. It's too much effort. And, with how much time we got left on this earth, like about a week at the way things are looking, you don't got time for that. Get rid of anybody negative. Hopefully, OP has dropped this loser faster than his hairline. Because, oh god, imagine being in this kind of issue or like situation with someone called Brian with a caterpillar for a top lip and no hairline. That's like being in an issue with Andrew Tate, honestly. Like, you don't need a guy like that in your life. Just kick him to the curb. Kick him to the curb and move on. Be happy with your daughter and wait for a man who would literally kiss the ground while you walk. I'm so glad that I found the story though, because that does need to be talked about. Like, there are a lot of like touchy subjects that I do want to cover because I do think that talking about them is very kind of productive for society to let people know that it's normal to feel this way. It's not normal that it happens and it shouldn't be normalized, but it's normal to talk about it. And it's also normal to have conflicted feelings, and it's normal to reach out to strangers for help, especially since a lot of other people don't get it, and a lot of your social circle may also defend those absolute freaks. It's completely fine to ask for help, it's completely fine to be confused, and it's completely fine if you are a victim. It's not good that it's happened, it's not fine that it happened, but it's fine to reach out as a victim. I'm going to put up some links and numbers for anyone who needs help with being in that situation. And hopefully you stay safe over the holidays, and I shall see you in the new year, my besties. Mwah.